Alright, today's Real Experience Ball Reviews video is going to be not a ball review, but it is actually going to be about dealing with your pro shop guy, trying to make sure you're on the same page of communication. We want to thank Bowling Factory for letting us obviously do everything here, and Theo at Rex for the ongoing help with the channel. Defining terms is something that we spend a lot of times doing in a pro shop, making sure we have the same idea or the same definition of strong, weak, resurface versus surface, etc., etc. Just so you're on the same page with your pro shop guy. One of the things especially is when someone comes in and asks for a ball to be resurfaced. Most time the person means they want the ball to have some surface put on it, or they want it polished or cleaned, but they want to change the surface or get the ball cleaned up. A resurface is something we do when you have nicks or marks all over the ball, usually more back in the day with wood lanes when you had a track burned into the ball. We would sand the ball down, get the track out, get all the marks out of the bowling ball, and then go through all the different grits and stages on the way back up to polish or whatever level that you wanted the ball at. That's like usually about a $30 job. Putting surface on the ball is something different. Polishing the ball, cleaning the ball. So if you want the ball just changed as far as what grit you want, if you want the ball at 1,000 or 2,000, or you want the ball polished, that's putting surface on a ball or polishing. Don't use the term resurface, because that will make the pro shop guy think you want the ball completely resurfaced. As for the strength of bowling balls, this is one of the other terms that I end up defining a lot with my customer. They come in and they say they want a strong bowling ball. Strong bowling balls by nature are balls that are early and they tend to be archy. Okay, they're early and slow. Most people around here seem to define big strong bowling balls as lengthy and flippy. So you have to get on the same page with your customer as that. Strong is generally early and archy. Lengthy flippy is more of a weak ball. It can be a big ball, it can be a big asymmetric, but a big asymmetric pearl is a weaker bowling ball than a big asymmetric solid usually. The solid's going to be earlier and rounder in shape. The pearl's going to be lengthier and flippier. These are things, again, that you have to define with your pro shop operator to make sure you're on the same page. If you walk in and say you want the strongest ball possible, and I put you in a big asymmetric solid and your definition is lengthy flippy, we're not gonna be happy with the results. The other thing I wanted to go over was help your pro shop guy with the ball you want. Walking in and saying you just want one that strikes is not helpful in trying to narrow it down of the 60 or 70 bowling balls we have on the wall. All right. Generally what I ask my customers to do is pick a ball or a couple bowling balls that they have and then define to me what they want the balls to do in relation to it. We kind of use a north, south, east, west scale. Do you want the ball to hook more or less overall? Do you want the ball to hook earlier or later? And, you know, with the ball you have, or another ball, is this a slot you're trying to fill in between the two? Is it going to be less than both of them, etc., etc.? Use reference points, all right? Use the balls you have. Let us look at the drillings and the balls you have, and then try to make some suggestions that'll help fill the bag. The best thing to do is to pick the right ball and then drill it to, you know, augment that slightly, not take a ball that's not meant to be in that slot and then try to drill it into that slot. That's very difficult. The one thing that's not helpful, and the pro shop guys are going to tell you for sure that this happens all the time, is telling me about a ball you had 15 years ago bowling at a bowling center that no longer exists, and you were able to stand on this board and throw it on this board and the ball went right down the lane and flipped in at the end. I don't discount your remembrance of that, but it doesn't do us any good if we don't have the bowling ball or we don't know what conditions you were bowling on. And the only reason we're saying that is because I get that constantly. You need to have reference points. You need to communicate with your pro shop guy the best you can. I'm standing too far left. I want a ball that's going to allow me to move to the right. I want to move a little bit farther left and hook the ball more the third game. Compared to this ball, I want this. These are the types of things that in the pro shop helps us with communication. It's things we can see that are tangible. We can look at the numbers of the bowling ball. We can look at the shells of the bowling ball. And then we can make some informed decisions to try to put you in the right ball in the right spot. All right, guys, that's it. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.